Good morning, YouTube. October 28th, 2 days until Halloween. Today, a spooktacular for you, Alcatraz Island. All right, people, here we go. Visiting San Francisco for the weekend. Decided to do the Alcatraz tour. Cheaper than I thought, actually. Really only about $25. Ferry ride out there. Went early in the morning, really quick. You get to see the city from the water. Really cool views. Once you get on the island, you have one stop in with the park rangers, and they kind of let you loose. I would highly recommend you go and grab the audio headset that lets you kind of walk around the park and guide you as you go. That's a big pro tip. So I was hoping the Alcatraz Island would be a little creepier today, but it's actually a beautiful sunny day, and now I'm hot. So hot Halloween out here. Okay, so Alcatraz opened as a federal penitentiary in 1934. Prior to that, it was used as military housing, and they think they've discovered military strongholds built under the foundation of Alcatraz dating back to the mid-1800s. As you enter the main prison here, I'll try to leave some of the volume on the best I can. It's incredibly dark and dank. The echoes are deafening. This whole area here is the shower trough area where the men obviously used to line up and shower. I poked the camera in and out of numerous cells. The cells were 5 feet by 9 feet by 10 feet, I believe. 5 feet wide, 9 feet long, 10 feet tall. And there were so many unusual things in each one of the cells. They had it displayed really well. This is the audio headset. If you do the audio tour, which I highly recommend, I say that numerous times in this video, but it's pretty helpful. As you walk through, as you go through the tour, it points out different features along the journey. 3 prisoners escaped at one point. They dug through the walls with metal spoons. Were able to get up onto the roof and escape out into the water, never to be seen again. Obviously, the prison said, they must have died, but no one really knows what happened to those men. Now, it's a 1.5 mile swim to the shore, not beyond comprehension. I think people do it pretty frequently nowadays, but it is filled with sharks. It is freezing cold, and these men obviously weren't trained swimmers, so who really knows? There were various levels of confinement at Alcatraz, A block through D block being the strictest as a disciplinary block, where men were locked up 24 hours a day. However, underneath A block was something even more creepy, something called the Spanish dungeon, something Alcatraz was built on top of, part of that subterranean building, and it was solitary confinement, pitch black, and men were chained up. You were allowed visitors on Alcatraz. You were allowed one a month. It had to be approved by the warden, but people could come and visit you. And really quickly, this is one of the dummies that the escapees made to fool the guards. Taking a rest break out here. Alcatraz has crazy view. All right, I'm back. I couldn't let you guys sit in silence for too long. So now this is known as the Alcatraz Gardens, but back when Alcatraz was operational, this was known as the Warden's House. It was a 15-room mansion built on the island to house the warden and his family. Kind of crazy that the warden was living in a mansion while the men, some of them, were chained underground in the Spanish dungeon. So, as you can see, this is one of the most beautiful cityscapes anywhere in the world. At night, you get to see all these lights lit up. The prisoners often complained it was too much for them to handle, seeing the free world just right across the water here. Fun fact, I'm kind of a plant nerd. I was looking up some of these plants as I walked through the island. These plants have been brought in from all over the world, and some of them are incredibly rare, apparently. Now these cliffs have been taken over by a whole bunch of birds.
All right, I'm standing in the recreation yard. The prisoners get to play baseball, football out here. There's a lot of steep steps to get up here, but I made it.
All right, so I did some additional research. Prisoners were allowed up to 5 hours a day on Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays out here in the recreation yard. Also, if you worked in the kitchen 7 days a week, you were allowed weekday rights to the yard. But if you behaved poorly, your recreation rights got revoked.
This is where the prisoners would eat their food. It's very quiet.
All right, so apparently the prison was notorious for having the best food in the entire penitentiary system. You were fed up to 3 meals a day. You could eat as much as you wanted. However, that little capsule right there on the ceiling, that's tear gas. So if you misbehaved, you got gassed. It never happened, though, supposedly. Public record. And then that was it. The prison closed in 1963 due to increasing maintenance costs and mismanagement. The building was kind of falling apart.
All right, folks, that's the day at Alcatraz. Crazy, crazy place. Really, really incredible views. The recreation yard is cool. Overall, I definitely recommend the audio tour. Helped out a lot. And see you guys next time.